Today we're playing Dragon Quest Smash Grow. This is the closed beta test. Shout out to Square Enix for allowing me to get early access to it. That being said, expect for a ton of stuff to change between now and the official release of the game when it finally fully comes out. But today we're gonna go ahead and dive in. All right, so in here, this is a look at the very first thing you're gonna see is customization options. You have the male and female options, and then with that, you also do have a host of other customization options. The eye set almost, I don't know, it almost looks more like a guy now. You got the face there, you've got the eye colors, the skin color, the hair, the voice, etc. So you can do all of that if you would like to. Hopefully there's a graphic adjustment option in here because this doesn't look super duper HD, but anyway, we're gonna go ahead and set this up and we'll be right back. Ah, that's nightmare fuel. That's not, it saved it. I don't want to see that one anymore. Take it off. Yes. All right, I'm done. I've made my super duper original Super Saiyan character. Oh, we start. Oh, that's so good. I didn't expect the traditional start either. That's great. All right, let's see what we have here. They throw us straight in. Be thou not afraid. Step forward. All right, so controls. So from what I understand, this is a roguelite game. It also has auto in the bottom corner. I can't use it until a little bit later. All right, let's go through though. I do like the aura on the corners of the screen, the mist. I don't know what that is. I like it though. They did block us off from retreating any further. They lock us into a battle zone here. Versus a slime. All right, so stop near an enemy to attack. Oh, so it's an automatic attack. A third strike will pack more of a punch. For every third hit, they do more damage. It's a heavy attack basically. All right, so that is our first look at the gameplay style. Let me know how you guys feel about that. Really, all it was is I walked up to the enemy and just stood there, and the character did the rest of it. Hopefully there's more in depth than that. Maybe there's a block or something. I'd assume there's some skills or something that we also have that'll really liven this up. But first, make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Share the video with your friends if they are interested in this game to show them what it's like. Let's get this video to a goal of 500 likes. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let's keep on going through this forest, man. All right, a group of enemies. Do I have an AoE attack? I've got to have one, right? Oh, it's automatically an AoE. The group of enemies is defeated. We have an experience bar that's getting cut off a little bit in the top left corner. It looks like maybe the screen resolution isn't great. I've got the Z fold, so my screen's a little bit wide. It also didn't know what to do with my status bar up top, but again, it's a closed beta, so not really surprised. All right, mysterious machine. It looks like Giru. He must be DFree. No, I do like that it's voiced though. That's pretty great. Be honest, you're DFree, aren't you? No. There's the loop. I was hoping you'd have one more. Never underestimate a goddess and her ability to drag mortals into her divine scheme. Wait, what? Where's the goddess? Is she in the room with us right now or what? Just kidding. This location is rapidly becoming unstable. A proposed DFree slime should be no trouble for a warrior of your caliber. Would you be so good as to fend off those gooey intruders? We could do that, I think, right? And slimes appear. That one is a jumbo slime. That's not great. He's a big boy. Oh, look at that. He's got, that's, okay. There needs to be an indicator, I think, for when they're gonna hit you. There is for those, but not the normal ones where they jump into you. You can't see those. Well, tweak my transistors. You are good at this. Do not forget to make a blessing when the opportunity presents itself. What manner of power do you require? All right, so this is the first look at the blessing, selection that makes it a roguelite. Toppled foes leave growth crystals in their wake. So you get to choose whichever passive you'd like to proceed. Gain 2 magic spheres that orbit your character. A sword falls from the sky on the final normal attack. The final normal attack is already the big hit. The Sword of Damocles, that's really cool. That's represented there. You can see it doesn't have, just for the record, it's not been optimized fully for my phone type. The foldable phones, you see it's cut off in the middle. It shouldn't have the outside borders there. I will choose, well, we gotta choose the Sword of Damocles, right? I gotta see it though. An astute choice. The goddess has often displayed favor to champions with taste. Now then, the voicing is also gone. Her foes will not thwart themselves. We have a job to do and blessings to receive. There are more of them. I would like, okay, it can go to the side. I didn't notice that. I was like, dude, I'm left-handed. I need this kind of the side, not in the middle. I was gonna say that it asked me which orientation I wanted, left or right-handed. So there's no indicator. You just gotta I guess, hit, then move. It's fine. It's not like that's the hardest thing to do or anything. Sword pops in, but it's not very... All right, we have a coup de grace. All right, so there's our skill. I mentioned skills earlier. I knew there was coup de grace because that was a part of the thing. All right, that was pretty nice. But that's not what I'm talking about, though. I want to see like more actual customizable skills, but maybe because they have the blessings, you don't need that so much. Remains to be seen. All right, so we get 2? Doubles the number of sword. Fire 2 magic projectiles that target random enemies. I'll grab the projectile, but that one was a higher rarity. Gain 2 magic spheres that orbit your character. What are these spheres to do? Are they supposed to knock enemies that come into orbit with them? That's great. Confound your capacitors, or my capacitors, excuse me, a rift. Hold on tight. Your whole world is about to change. Oh, that would have been a good time for like a cutscene, or maybe there'll be one a little later. I don't know. You survived intact. We appear to be inside a castle, but in what manner of world? I wonder. Cancel that line of analysis. There are more pressing matters to attend to. Activate monster mashing abilities. DFree, enemy alert. Let us seek out that monster that dominates this rift. All right. They do exactly what you would imagine they do. What is going on? An angel slime statue. Touch it to receive a blessing. Oh, that's great. Touch the statue. Adds an extra falling. The other one was gold because it doubles. So like if I already had a couple falling, it would double that again, right? That's pretty good. This is going to be, actually the orbs are going to be pretty helpful. And the swords. You can already see it all taking effect. Look at all those swords that fell. Doubles the number of projectiles fired. Let's grab that. Projectile doubler! The projectiles are also going as well. The way this is looking, it reminds me a lot of the survival games. That's what this is reminding me of right now. I don't play a lot of games like this or the survival games, but it reminds me a lot of it. Let's add another falling sword. I guess I should have doubled again, but I just didn't want to. I'm stubborn! We'll say this is pretty casual because you don't really got to do much. You just, oh, the faster spheres. You don't really have to do much. You just position and then go from there. The orbs make it nice, and the projectiles too, because when you move, he stops swinging the sword. But those don't stop, so that's pretty useful, actually. That's a good thing to have, of course. It appears that was the last of them. Let's keep going. Sure thing, buddy. I got you, my goat. All right? Yes? Get wrecked! Let's go! We're doing a great amount of damage now. Another blessing. Let's double again. Oh, let's see how many swords we drop now. Oh, wow. They actually are so many, they have to do the animation twice. Nice. Adds an extra. Fires 2 more projectiles. Let's get that. Look at all the projectiles as well. They're all just a bunch of forms of chip damage. The still the strongest hitting attacks we have, other than, of course, the coup de grace, is going to be my normal attack. But it all adds up. My swords come through and do quite a bit of damage. Add another sword. Not yet. Fire 2 more projectiles. We'll grab that. There doesn't seem to be a ton of variety, but that could just be because we're in the very beginning of this. So hopefully there is more variety on what you have there. We got a health potion there, or some herbs, excuse me, to heal. Add an extra magic sphere. That's pretty great. 3 of them. That's great, man. That's great. With the double speed too. Oh, we're cooking. Confirm that monster controls the rift. Defeated and secure our escape. Who is it? No, it's a troll. He looks like my YouTube comments. Oh. Dude, the projectiles are pretty great because they have great range. Look at that. That's pretty great. I can stay out of his entire range and just... I can kill him from a distance with the projectiles. That's kind of cheap. It'll take a while, admittedly, but it is kind of cheap. I'll just go for this now. I wonder if it got stronger if I waited until it filled the meter completely again. I was hoping I could get to the bottom, but I couldn't. What's up, troll? You didn't get enough from Hercules? That's a meta joke. Not really. I can throw another coup de grace. Ooh, we are cooking, baby! Get wrecked! I knew you could do it. Yes, sir. I do what I do. When I do, how I do. Sophisticated machine created by ancients of a more enlightened age. It would appear this conversation would have to wait. And this is our cutscene that I was talking about. It was pretty seamless, though. It cut straight into it. Goddess informed me that the fate of this world rests in your hands. Interesting. Embark on an adventure, and that should be the end of the tutorial. In which case, they let me in to do normal stuff. You see the title screen there. You think you're slick? I know the drill. If you haven't already, again, I'd greatly appreciate it. Make sure you hit that thumbs up like I mentioned earlier. It's free. It takes just a moment, and it helps tremendously. You've acquired your first memory. What do memories do? What are you doing? It's time to leave. Still with us? Wondering. Where's that mind of yours wandered off to? You thought you were in some unknown place fighting for someone, a castle in a forest, a chatty machine. Seriously? Daydreaming at a time like this? Hello in there. Remember who I am? No, I do not. Your mind's really a mess. Allow me to refresh your memory. It's me, Zephyr. You haven't forgotten your childhood friend and fellow Dragon Wing, right? Oh, that's right. I remember you now. Well, I guess you're nicely rested if you have enough time to be daydreaming. It's not far for the rift from here. Come on. These words at the bottom menus look a little bit scrunched together like transmuter. It's weirdly sized. They may need to rename that. I don't know what they do. But again, it's extremely early. This is far from the final product. I spy the Lunia Flats. Let's go. Here's where the rift begins. We'd better get going. I love all the OG Dragon Quest sound effects, though. They hit it out the park with that stuff. Here we are, the rift. On which note, you'll be glad to hear your trial officially commences now. Let's go over what we've learned so far, shall we? The rifts are warped, uncanny places, tears in the fabric of the world itself. You'll find reality itself shifting unrecognizably on every foray into a rift. And if that doesn't strike you as a challenge enough, they're positively crawling with monsters. And not just any old monsters, there are plenty of small fry. But watch out for the big ones, the alphas, as we call them. The alpha of this rift is a golem. Here are your orders, DFree. Defeat the golem that rules this rift to complete your initiation into the Dragon Wings. I'll be with you to begin this, assessing whether you've got the chops to complete the trial. But mark my words, I will offer you no aid. You alone must prove your worth by defeating the Alpha Golem. Right, briefing over. Overcome the trial, DFree, and full membership of the Dragon Wings will be yours. It will prove you've got what it takes to survive in a merciless world. It might even help you find your true purpose. So get to it. Well, damn, Miss Bossy. Jeez. What if I didn't want to do it? I didn't get a choice in the matter? You're gonna force me to do it? All right, so same setup here. We're gonna start with a blessing, obtain a great arrow that pierces through enemies, automatically lay traps. So we do have some more diversity now. I will try out the arrow. What happens with this? I assume it's automatic like the projectiles. Group of enemies, yes, it is indeed. Is it single use or it's just gone? Oh, it's on a big cooldown. It would be nice if there was an indicator for that as well, like a timer or something, like an icon with a timer. Perform 2 consecutive normal attacks, starting invincibility. Why weren't any of these available in the beginning? Just to make it super linear, I guess. All right. So how does this one work? Does it trigger my super hit faster because I'm doing 2 at once? I could destroy these bad boys. I don't necessarily need that. Would be cool if there was an inventory these could go into and I could come back to it. Do they charge my coup de grace? I haven't been looking at that. Maybe that was what happened. He's doing, okay, so what he's doing here is he's doing double the hits each time. That's actually really strong. That's, for the big hit, that's really strong. That one is actually broken. The arrow still goes through and does its job too. What are these gems? I assume I get them. What are these gems? Oh, I didn't notice those earlier either. So the gems were for the experience, which, or whatever that is, that bar in the top left, it doesn't say. That then give me more blessings. Gain an aura at the start of the battle that boosts attack speed. Oh, we are cooking. Oh, attack speed? You shouldn't have told me that one. Attack speed. It should be the final one. We got Draki. No, but they said there's a golem alpha, right? Something wicked this way comes. Still nothing you can't handle. Just remember what I said. Look sharp and don't let your guard down. Draki. No, this is so I guess that the alpha, you won't get to him until you get to the final stage of this chapter. So this is, I guess, chapter 1 mini boss. I don't know how to say it, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Shouldn't say chapter. It's the first stage of this chapter is what it is. So the stage 1 boss is a Draki, and the golem is the final boss. He could be on stage 5, 10, I don't know. Well done. You've come a long way. I'd say you're all but guaranteed to pass the trials now. What's that over there? Oh, that's no monster. It's an ancient relic. You find them in rifts every now and then, but they're not usually in such good condition. I wonder what it was for. How odd. Where's that light coming from? Is that some kind of relic? It's the same thing that we got, the memory, right? There's another one? Whoa. Oh, okay. I see. So with the stuff that was in the beginning, was he in the past or something? Is that why Roly said that it would take a while, etc.? Interesting. It's good to see you successfully kept the memory I placed in your possession safe. I imagine you must have questions, but first I require a small favor of you. Please provide me with a status update on this world and in no small amount of detail. I'm sorry, what the hell are you talking about? All right, so that is the end of the very first stage, post-tutorial. We do have some gems. I assume at this point, this is typically where the game takes you to do whatever summon or gacha is available. Let's see what that does, or what that is. All right, back to Lunia Village. So Roly, you were the one who you were there with the express purpose of meeting DFree, correct? Nornia charged me with delivering this adventurous log safely into our young warrior's hands. I've been messing up my reading because the music is so loud in my headphones I can't hear myself talk. Then I am to render DFree such aid as needed. That's a pretty tall story, but for the sake of argument, if we assume what you're saying is true, what's that adventurer thingamajig? That's the first time I've seen thingamajig written out. And I knew it, and I didn't stutter another thingamajig. That is hilarious. Got to do with DFree. And what precisely are you supposed to help with? Why, with my apologies. I seem to be experiencing an error accessing my memory banks. How is this possible? I don't know, because you were there from ancient times? Sudden memory loss? Rather fishy if you ask me. And dust deposits on my circuits may be the cause of the fault. I'm sure it will come back to me in good time. Well, Roly, I suppose you wouldn't mind me taking a look at that book of yours then, will you? Not at all. This title is Adventure Log S. Well, this is odd. I don't recognize these letters at all. It's as good as meaningless to me. I gotta really say this. This is not a problem, right? But I've noticed several words that are spelled differently than I'm used to because the way we spell them in my part of the world. But again, not a problem, not a complaint. So don't hear what I'm not saying. I just think it's interesting seeing these words because I don't see them spelled this way for me. So it's just, I don't know. I'm weird like that. It's not been bothering me. It's just been noticeable. They stand out. Recognize, right? There's been a number of them. No matter the log is for DFree, after all, the goddess instructions were quite clear in this regard. Well, I guess a dusty old tome can't cause that much harm. Here, DFree, perhaps you'll find some use for it. Is that indifference I detect? A cavalier attitude suggesting skepticism. A logical response, I suppose. And no way to dispel your distrust, but first I must take you to a location of great significance, you say. I will be clear once we have arrived. I promise it will help with defeating the alpha monster. The significance I'm positive is the gacha summon. I know it is. Time to put my teleportation function to good use. I'm right. But like I said, that's typically where the game shows you the gachas. And this is from someone that's played a lot of gacha games. Look like it is still operational. Go on, give the transmuter a go. So am I forced to get the steel broadsword? This is a cool summon animation. Not the most original. I guess maybe it is from his perspective. Reminds me a bit of Tact, just because the slimes would come on and fill those circles, right? Never mind, I take it back. This was nice. I like the flying dragon. I like it. It's pretty cinematic. You're guaranteed a steel broadsword, so I assume that you're not going to get any reroll chance or anything. A rather impressive weapon you have there. Go ahead and equip it. I assume also because of this game is only going to really have weapons and accessories and or whatever else they have in this game. Gear, right? You see gear here. I assume that all that stuff is the only thing that will be in the gacha as opposed to characters, which is not the worst design. In fact, they've tried this design before. It doesn't always work out, though. They've tried this design before with other mobile games, and it doesn't always work out. I can't remember if Dai was characters or what. I think Dai was weapons only, huh? Let me know in the comments. Dai in a Hero's Bond, not Infinity Strash. DQ Dai, Hero's Bond. I have a lot of videos in that game, but I can't remember. It's been a couple years since they shut it down. Wait, we're back in Lunia Village? Did you just do that? Correct. As long as I have the coordinates in my databanks, my transformatic functionality allows me to travel to any destination. Bro can teleport. In fact, I made a record of the coordinates of the rift we exited moments ago in the event we wish to return in the future. I am equipped with a great number of features you may find useful. You have but to ask. To be fair, the only thing I've ever seen with similar kinds of powers are ancient artifacts. Your tome indicated our familiarity level has increased. Is it too soon to conclude I have won you around? Not so fast, my mechanical friend. I'm not about to start trusting you just yet. Now then, didn't you say something about helping DFree to topple the Rift's alpha? How about it? Are you going to render DFree that aid you were talking about? I'm programmed to serve. I predict no difficulty in completing that task. I hope you don't mind, DFree. This machine doesn't seem to pose any immediate threats. Just focus on the trial and don't let it distract you. In fact, I'm willing to wager it has more tricks up its sleeve than may prove beneficial to your quest. I'm sure it does. Just curious what it is. Adventure Log S. I'll say goodbye for now. This is where the real test begins. My tutorial is over. I like it. Look at Roly with the map. That's great. If you want to succeed, you'll have to come up with your own strategy. All right, so we finally are in. A special gift just for you for logging in. There is also an event I saw that is live that they had tweeted out. I was meaning to tell you a celebratory gift in your gift box, so don't forget to pick it up. Also, when the game is officially out and they've done their pre-register stuff, that will also be included here too. We get a 3-star guaranteed ticket. Or were you getting 10 3-stars? What is that? Rewards for completing the tutorial. Let's see what these are. Transmuter vouchers that guarantees 1 per 10 pulls. I was like, wait a minute, we're getting 10? Or is that 1 per 10? And that's what it is. All right, embark on your journey into the unknown with Adventure Log S in hand. You escaped by chronicled in your escapades will be chronicled in Adventure Log S, a present from the goddess that Roly gave you. Progress through the main quest to raise your adventurer rank and unlock a range of features. Earn experience by clearing stages and performing feats to increase your rank to unlock new features. You can also earn gems and other rewards. So here's the missions. They call it feats here. This is where your dailies are and all that stuff, of course. Experience gains. You get 1,000 experience and then 100 once you've completed enough of the missions. Here is the normals, mission rewards and stuff like that. So we're going to get some more gems, some stuff for clearing the events and stuff. Feat sheet for the closed beta test. Interesting. So this is like a bingo board. I wonder if it has bingo functionality or not, but maybe not. But either way, just a little missions page as well. So for completing the entire first page, you'll get 3,000 gems and then another multi for sheet 2. Sheet 3 offers 10,000. This is probably exclusive to the closed beta test. I don't know if it'll be that good. Let's hit up the gacha and see what we have here. Infinite rerolls. So that's where that is. Their premium transmuter. So here's a look at the current gacha up with 3-star variants, of the weapons and all the different weapon classes. That's cool. Gems only. 3,000 gems is the summon number. And then as you summon, you do get stamps. This is all very similar systems that they've used before. Certainly the stamp stuff, as you still get that. So the first one is 3-star weapon guaranteed. Is that really where this starts? That's where the stuff is kind of tricky because that could be very different on the official launch. I'm not sure, but it's all gold now. Is the dragon going to be gold too, or gold and purple? That's nice. Ah, there's some slimes popping in there. Oh, there it is. Okay, well, maybe it's also because it's a multi-summon. That makes more sense also. So the summons look like this. When you go through as a whole, when it's going to go through the entire wheel. That's cool. Holy headwear. So it is also full accessories here. Robes. That's what I thought. So the full gear set. And look like a fork. Imp spear. Look, it's a fork. Brigand band. Silver cuirass. Magic shield. More holy headwear. Oh, here's something. And the claws. I figured it would be the claws. I was looking at the claws. I was like, man, those are cool. I'm not surprised, but it's really cool. But in my heart of hearts, I felt like it was the claws. Nice. That was 10 very fast. So second one. So this one just offers gold. I don't know how valuable that is. Everything is not gold this time either. Will there be slimes or dragons? Or not dragons. The dragon's always there, but there's no slime. But I meant this part. Will there be anything else? And there was not. I skipped it. I was gonna say, you're gonna show me the results, or there we go. So we do have this infinite reroll here, which is pretty great. What are the overall pull rates, just in general, for 3 stars? Well, that's not the best place to look because it's 100% because I'm gonna get something. What are the overall pull rates? 7%. That's not that bad, given that it's all weapons and accessories. Now, these rates are evenly split. I'm curious what the featured would be. If there was a new weapon, what would the featured pull rate be? Would it be 1% out of the 7? That's assuming that it stays at 7 anyway. That is typically how it would be. The featured one would get weighted towards 1%, and everything else would make up the 6% of the rest. All right. So there's quite a few things here. I don't think I'll go through an entire unlimited reroll sequence, but there's quite a few things here. Oh, so it costs 10 tickets to do a 3-star guaranteed single is what it is. I thought you would still get the 9 other non-3 stars, which also would potentially give you a chance to get more than one, maybe, depending on the banner type. But this is easier than, wait, Can we stop with the little boomerang? It looks like a dagger, but can we stop? I actually don't know which one I want. I just came in here. Enhancement, Crackerjack. Acquired at the battle start, taking a hit triggers a close range icy counterattack that freezes the enemies. Oh, interesting. And you're back again, huh? Boing! Acquired at battle start, range normal attacks ricochet once upon impact and hit another enemy. All right. Ranged normal attacks ricochet twice is the upgraded version of it. Can you upgrade without dupes or does it require a dupe? I'm not sure. They also do have a coup de grace tied into them. Unerring throw. Interesting. Let's roll again. I didn't see the coup de grace. Can we not with the boomerang? Do I have like 5 options? What's up with this? I saw the boomerang, I think, had a 3 cost on its coup de grace too, right? Wow, Hellstorm is pretty interesting. Dust Devil adds an earth-infused sandstorm. That's interesting with the spear. Sandstorm Spear. It did have an element on it as well. These have what elements? Falcon, so a wind element here. Conjures 2 wind spheres, increase movement speed and temporarily grants immunity to movement. Oh, this one seems busted. Hello? Your Falcon Slash? It could have graw doesn't look all that great, but just the base enhancement is enchantment is pretty good. Increasing movement speed seems really interesting. This thing is screaming at me. Claim me. What the hell? This thing is it is okay. It is trying really hard. A gleaming whip attack that deals 1,500% potency magical light damage. Also creates a zone that temporarily boosts attack speed. That is also interesting. But that's only on coup de grace. Adds a light-infused whip attack when enemies are hit by Damocles' sword. Oh, that's strong. So it enhances Damocles, the sword of Damocles. Interesting. And that's just a regular effect, so nothing crazy there. You can trigger that repeatedly. I still think I'd rather have my initial one that I really liked. Oh, that's a cool AoE. Fizzler Fang, coup de grace. That's cool. Dark Sword of Damocles. Acquired at the battle start, the final normal attack drops a dark infused sword on enemies if they're affected by a status ailment. Oh, that's cool. But where are you getting the status ailment? This does spell lock, but that's again on the coup de grace. I can't rely on that. There's got to be something else that can apply, obviously. I got the claw already, so we don't need to look at it. I'll look at it later. Is this the same staff earlier? Yeah, Crackerjack, but I didn't see, oh, Crack is what is here. Feels like I've seen everything in here. At least once. I don't really think there's much else. Oh, I spoke too soon. The Fire Blade, Inferno Slash, launches a flaming blade that deals 2,000% potency physical fire damage, also temporarily increases freeze resistance. I like how that goes forward like that. Acquired at the battle start, launches 2 explosive fire projectiles when an enemy is defeated. Interesting. By the way, if you happen to play the closed beta test, the best thing to do is not to start with this. Could, but you would be better off doing as many summons as you can, so maybe playing and then doing more summons, etc. And then coming here and re-rolling for something you want so you don't get overlap, right? Ideally, so you have more options. That's just my opinion. I feel like we've seen everything for sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Was it you? You're the dark one. I don't want the dark one. I wanted... Was it you? No, I wanted... Oh, it's the wind one, right? I was going to say, what's the light one, but it's this one. It's the wind one, I believe, that I liked. We're going to keep doing this. I'm pretty sure we've seen mostly everything now, because I don't... There was more stuff in the list, technically, but they're not weapons, I'm pretty positive. Show me the wind one! The funny thing is I had seen one just before I decided that I wanted it. Literally a moment ago. I should have looked at the fist because we were there, finally. I could have looked at it. Can you not? There you go. Falcon's favorite. I wanted this one for the movement speed. That seems like that's really strong. I'll keep that. We'll go look at my fist because we do have that as well. And here we go. Let's see what it does. Flashing Talons. Transforms normal attacks into flashing blades. Oh, that seems really cool. Oh, that seems awesome, dude. I'm happy I got that. It launches a lightning-infused great arrow that pierces enemies as well and ricochets off the wall with the crystal arrow. Interesting. They also have these extra passives in there. The effects. I saw the other one had like crit rate and stuff like that. I wonder which of these is locked behind ascensions and which ones are locked behind upgrades. I have to play more to obviously get to that point, but I'm curious about which ones are more free-to-play friendly, which one is the standard method, which ones are the you need dupes method. Also, only having one, what's it called, is not great. Weapon slot. I don't love that, but it is what it is. I'm not mad at it. I also would like to turn off the customization stuff. What is this doing? Change a character's outfit alters their appearance. Yes, I know that. I would like to I don't want this headband showing. There it is. Nice. They put that in there. I don't really like the visual changes. I just want to put this stuff on. I actually don't really care for the shield either. Oh, that's not the shield. I can put this back on. Actually, low-key, he looks dope. I'll leave that. Don't show his pants. No, we'll leave his pants. He needs better pants, though. You could actually put on you could put a weapon on and then show a different similar sword type instead of the same weapon. That's interesting. I can't hide the shield. I can only show different shields as well. I'll show the basic shield, whatever. That's actually kind of funny because in PvP, I don't know if this game has anything like that, but if in theory it had PvP, you could conceal what you have. The visual changes are also reflected on the main screen. Send them flying slime invasion. You'll encounter a brilliant inventor named Professor Bork on your adventures. The professor is eager to perfect his self-build invention. A Gund goddess approached you with a curious job offer. You wouldn't collect some slime jelly from me, would you? Naturally, your efforts won't go uncompensated. I'll give you the fruits of my experience as a reward. Take on event quests to collect slime jelly. You can then use the slime jelly you've collected to conduct experiments. We are pleased to announce the beta test starts today. Yeah, this is not that good visual optimization, but all right. Could be my phone, though. Do not delete the app during the closed beta test. If you delete it, you're not getting back in. So I am going to check out the game. Now that we've done this, we've seen the initials of it, gone through, did some summons, all that stuff. I'm going to check out the game from here and see what else it has to offer. So hopefully you all enjoyed this video. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. And when the second video gets up, it should be a clickable video on the screen. So if you're watching this early, obviously that isn't going to be the case. But when the second one is out, you can click that video on the screen and watch part 2.